Welcome to the St. Pete City Council. Roll call, please.
Cornell.
Here.
Nurse.
Here.
Newton.
Here.
Danner.
Here.
Kennedy.
Here.
Dudley.
Here. We have an agenda. The only change will be to the order. The kids are going to go first, and then the cops. And with that, I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second. Roll call.
Do we have any invitation?
Yes, as soon as we finish that. Sorry.
Okay.
Cornell.
Yes.
Nurse.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Danner.
Yes.
Kennedy.
Yes.
Dudley.
Yes.
The invocation today will be by Pastor Mason Dorsey of Revere United Methodist, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray together. Gracious God, we thank you so much for our mayor and for our city council, and that they have answered your call to serve the residents of St. Petersburg so that we can live righteously as you, Lord God, are righteous. God, we ask for your wisdom to be upon them, your Holy Spirit to be upon them, so that as they talk, as they listen, as they make decisions, they are led and fully guided by you. God, let your discernment be upon them so that every decision they make is within your will and your desire for St. Petersburg. And God, we pray that our city would be able to glorify you throughout all the earth, and that all those who hear St. Petersburg would know it's a city that bows before you and that lives to glorify you. And so, God, let your light shine throughout St. Petersburg, through Pinellas County, throughout the entire world, so that you are glorified by the decisions that are made today and ongoing in the future. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good to hear those young voices.
That was pronounced.
Thank you, kids. Thank you for helping us. First, speaking of kids, we're going to have a proclamation from the Parks and Rec Department.
Excellent, thank you.
Hey.
Kids, can you come up and join me here at the podium? I think I finally figured out the secret. It's only taken me 20 years. If you bring kids to the meeting, you get to get jumped ahead. So I think that'll be my new strategy.
Oh, so we're using them is what you're saying.
Whatever it takes. My name is Mike Jeffries. I'm the Parks and Rec Superintendent, and honored to be here today to celebrate National Kids to Parks Day. May 18th is National Kids to Parks Day. It's an opportunity for children to really learn about our parks, to learn about the amenities that we offer. We're all very aware of some of the health concerns that are out there surrounding technology, iPods, video games. This is really an opportunity for children to unplug, to participate in the great outdoors, to be able to take advantage of our preserves, our playgrounds, our trails, whatever the case may be, our new fitness zones. And we just very, very happy to be part of this day. Again, it's a national celebration, so we'll have events going on throughout the country. And today we just wanted to have the mayor read a proclamation, and we wanted to invite some children who have not been to council before. I've got 10 of our finest play campers that are here. This is our youth council from Fossil Park. I'm told that every one of them, this is their first time in council, so Councilmember Cornell was trying to convince them to run for office at some point in their life. So we may have started a very positive trend. So I will turn it over to Mayor Foster, and we'll hear the proclamation. Thank you.
You know, when we were reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, to hear their voices and the passion and the pride that our young people have in reciting the pledge, and in the city, they're excited to be here. And this is a great backdrop to recognize National Kids to Park Days. And you know, and this is the choir here, and we're preaching to it, but we have an incredible Parks and Recreation Department, and we have incredible parks. But even more so, because parks are just these things that we keep green and playground equipment and all of that, and they're nice, but it's all about the use of the parks, and it's all about the young people who get to utilize our parks every single day. And when I speak to young people and I talk about the city and I say, well, what is the city and who owns the city? And we talk about the taxpayers and who are taxpayers and everything. Every time they pay for something and there's a sales tax, and so they're all taxpayers. And I said, the parks are yours. You guys own the parks. So treat the parks as if it's like your backyard, and if you see trash in it, pick it up, because it's yours. You own it, so take pride in it, because every one of our parks, pools, and rec centers belongs to them. And so it's an honor. I met with a young lady through Mr. Kennedy. I was out after we had a fire in a park that burned up some playground equipment. And I went out there to inspect it, and a young lady came up to me and she said, I've got some ideas for what I want to see in the next park. And so she got some of her neighborhood friends together and she designed a park. And through our parks department, we actually were able to put in her dream as we replaced park equipment. Our young people love our parks. And so we have an incredible department. Thank you, Mike and Sherry and your staff for all the things that you do. So I will read a proclamation. Of the City of St. Petersburg, whereas May 18, 2013 is the third National Kids to Parks Day, organized and launched by the National Park Trust. And whereas National Kids to Parks Day empowers kids and encourages families to get outdoors and to visit their local parks. And whereas it is important to introduce a new generation to our nation's parks and amenities for their pleasure and enjoyment. And whereas we should encourage children to lead a more active lifestyle to combat the issues of childhood obesity, diabetes, and related serious health issues. And whereas National Kids to Parks Day is open to all children and adults across the country to encourage a large and diverse group of participants. And whereas National Kids to Parks Day will broaden children's appreciation for nature and outdoors. Now, therefore, I, Bill Foster, Mayor of the City of St. Petersburg, Florida, do hereby proclaim Saturday, May 18, 2013, as National Kids to Parks Day in the City of St. Petersburg, and urge all residents to make time on May the 18th to take children in their neighborhoods to a city park in the City of St. Petersburg. This is for you guys. This is your proclamation.
If we could get a quick picture, that would be, the kids wanted to have a picture in front of council, and we said...
Oh, my God. Rethink that. It is every kid's dream.
Want to step around here?
And now check out the chair so you can decide which one you want to take in the future.
Across the park, they're all on either Jim or my district, so... Girls rule.
Well, there'll be an opening by the time you guys are old enough.
Then the good news is the bar is kind of low.
Cool.
Oops, can I say that out loud? The girls rule.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
We have a couple of lights here. Councilmember Kennedy.
Thank you. And Mike, thank you for bringing our young citizens to City Hall, and I hope they come back and visit now and then. But since this is about parks, and you folks are all in Fossil Park, the residents in District 2 have had to borrow a park from District 3 for many years in Fossil Park. But we're building a brand-new park for you. Do you remember where Rio Vista Elementary School was? Have you been by there recently? Okay, well, it's all knocked down, except for the cornerstones, but we're making a new 9-acre park out of it. It's going to have a big playground, it's going to have tennis courts, basketball courts, exercise equipment, a hiking trail, so know that by the end of the year, you'll have a new park to come visit, and I hope you do. Thank you for that, and hearing the Pledge of Allegiance from you guys was great. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Dudley.
Thank you. I, too, would like to welcome all of you here, and it was very, very refreshing. As bringing back my teaching days, hearing all the kids, participating in the pledge. That was really great. I just wanted to say that the vibrancy of a community is really dictated to me by the number of events and the number of playgrounds and things that are within that city. And not just the sheer number of parks, but seeing them all active. And our city, and I will tell you right now that there's not a city in America that has a better parks department than St. Petersburg. You are very fortunate. You live in a community where we spend a lot of money, but you know what? We do it gratefully because, gleefully, I guess is the right word, because we want to provide for our young people the opportunity a lot of other places don't have. And every time I go by the, Fossil Park in particular, because, that's a little special meaning to me, but I go by there, and that place is packed all the time. And it's really great, and I hope you all enjoy it. And as the mayor said, when you see a little scrap of paper on the ground, you pick it up because it's your park, and it belongs to you. And so I hope that, I know you do appreciate it. I talked briefly with you before, and I know a lot of you were saying how much fun you have there, and that's great. And I want to thank the staff, too, for providing that avenue for them.
I'd like to take a quick opportunity, if I could, to introduce the staff. Thank you, Councilmember Dudley. We've got John Wasco, who is the supervisor 1 at Fossil Park, the Willis S. Johns Recreation Center. John is second to none. He is absolutely as creative as you'll ever find. He is absolutely dedicated. Happy to announce that has participated in some of our Florida Recreation and Parks Association programs. He's considered an emerging leader in the industry, has gone to several trainings and really is honing his skill. We've got Steve Pierce, who is sitting down on the end. He is one of our YDWs, our youth development workers. Again, we don't just throw a ball out and play with the kids. We have educational components. We have core value components that we work on, and we have, again, with the JWB partnership that we've had, we've been able to fund continuity. We've been able to have programs that teach the core values that we're all desperately seeking. There's 2 other staff members that I want to introduce. They're here for another proclamation. We've got Anita Westmoreland, who is the supervisor over all of the neighborhood pools. And I'm going to take credit for Katie. She used to be a Parks and Rec employee. She now works for Chief Large, but we'll still take credit for her. We've got Katie Brew down the end. They're going to talk to you about drown proofing. So you had commented about the success of our Parks and Recreation departments, and I have to tell you that without the leadership and the direction of the mayor's office, and particularly Mayor Foster and the council, everyone on the dais has supported the Parks and Rec department tremendously, designed policies that help us to thrive and help us to be successful. So we have to thank you. Thank you.
And I might add that you're here from Fossil Park, but we got a lot of parks all over the city, so you're just an example of what the rest of the city's like, and I just want to make that clear. It's just not Fossil,
Thank you. Councilmember Cornell.
Yes, thank you. I want to say welcome to everybody, and I have a question. I want to test y'all out. The front row only. I want to know, anybody on the front row, I'll buy you lunch. I'll buy you, make sure you get a certificate for lunch. If you can tell me, who was Victoria Woodhull? Anybody know that? Raise your hand if you know.
Mrs. Woodhull's daughter.
I'm going to, you know? Yeah, it's okay if you want to guess. Take a shot.
We have a winner.
That's not the right answer. No, Victoria Woodhull ran for president in 1876. She was the first woman to ever run for president. She ran for president at a time when it was illegal for women to vote. But she figured out, because she was so smart, she was able to figure out that the law didn't say she couldn't run for president. And she didn't get to vote for herself because she got arrested when she went to vote. And her vice presidential candidate was a gentleman named Frederick Douglass, at a time when he had been a former slave in his life. So that took a lot of guts to do that. And I want to make sure y'all know that, because I'm saying that to make this point to you. What I like about this council that I see is you have a lot of different faces. Every one of you looks a little bit different, and I think that's the way it should be. And we need some of those kinds. Some of those kinds of people to run for office. You know, because one thing, I'll give you one example. I'm the youngest council member. I'm 47 years old. It's been a long time since I've been young. We need somebody a little younger than me to run for office. We need some more women to run for office. So I just want to encourage you, because I think your council got it right. Your council figured out that women can do anything that they want to do. And I want you to think about that, because I'd love to see some of you young women or young men run for office, because you all have something to bring. And I'll challenge you one more thing. If you have an idea for a law, tell your coach. He'll let me know. And if I think it's a good one, I'll bring it forward. If you have an idea for a policy or a law, bring it forward. And if you do that, I'll buy you lunch. So thank you all for being here today. I think it's fantastic that you're here. And like I said, I hope some of you young women especially, and young men too, will consider running for office, because I think that helps when we have all different kinds of people running for office. I think that's a really good thing. Thank you.
But you do have to be 18.
You do.
So you have to wait a couple of years. Councilmember Newton.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, Mike, for bringing them in, and your staff. They always do a great job. I know they do an excellent job with kids. All of my kids went through the Parks and Rec system. I think one of them is working for Tasco now. So not only do they train them up, they end up employing them when that time comes also. Could you shed a little light on your summer programs, the things that you guys got coming up while people are watching, if you got some numbers?
Absolutely. The best telephone number to call is our main number, and that's 893-7441, or to visit our website, which is parksrec.org. All of our information is out on the website. Our main office number would be able to direct folks in any direction that would be most suitable for them. This year we have programs from morning to evening. We've got our summer program that's going on right now, or will start. We're doing registrations currently. We will have swim lessons that are going on. We have swim teams. We've got Tasco events. We really have the whole gamut covered. We have elementary all the way through high school covered with sports and arts and crafts, drama. We've got a plethora of activities to offer.
Are there any volunteer opportunities for these young people, and at what age do they need to be?
The volunteer opportunities vary. During the summer, we have what we call our Junior Leaders Program. The Junior Leaders Program is designed for participants who have aged out of our registered play camp program. We allow them to come in to be an assistant to some of our YDWs, and one of the positive features to that program is the development that you mentioned. We get to take the junior leaders under our wing. We get to teach them how to be good employees, how to be successful, and we also are able to provide them the volunteer hours they need for potentially their middle school or their high school. So that is a fairly large program that we offer.
I'm glad you touched on that. That was a road that is less traveled. A lot of young people don't want to volunteer, they want to work, but when there's no jobs opportunities, volunteerism is a great way. And my son did the same thing, 2 years at Gladden Park. But he knew the job. So when it came time and it was an opportunity presented itself, wasn't a matter of training, just we'll bring him on, because he's already doing it. But I think it's great to have all these young people in here, and I love bringing them in, because I got the other half of the room of young people that I bring in. And this is very important, because a lot of the us as a city, we send a lot of you young people out to the Juvenile Detention Center monthly. Anywhere from 150 to 165 young people every month without fail. So it's important that we give things to you that keep you doing constructive things and away from the law. The law's good, but they got to do their job too. And we have a lot of kids that get misguided and make bad choices that end up on the other side of the law. So it's important that we provide opportunities for you and make sure that you be able to realize your full potential. So I'm glad you guys are here. As you can see, girls do rule. Something up here, we got one up here, but She rules. She beats us all up.
And I rule.
Yeah, she rules. She beats us all up. But I just keep doing what you're doing. Always ask questions. Remember, the only dumb question is the one you don't ask. So I appreciate you guys coming in and spending some of your day with us. And thank you, Mike.
Okay. You inspired Ms. Curran.
No, I just want to thank you for that, Councilmember Newton. I think I keep you in line most of the time. I just want to thank Mike Jeffries. I mean, I really appreciate, and I think the entire council does, everything that you do, and your staff. Thank you for bringing them in today along with the kids. But what you've been doing the last few years has certainly not gone unnoticed, and I really appreciate all the direction that you're going with the kids, bringing them in today. And like everyone said, just hearing them join in with the pledge was great to hear someone else besides us doing that. So good job and good luck to all you guys, and have a great summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to recognize the men and women of the St. Pete Police Department who put their life on the line and make split-second decisions that we get to second-guess with plenty of time.
Thank you, Chair, members of council. Those children are wonderful. Thank you, and I'm humbled to stand with the men and women of the representation of the men and women of the St. Petersburg Police Department. They work every day. They are the ones that put themselves in harm's way and are prepared for good results, for bad results, and everything in between. But they're constantly out there to make sure that our citizens and visitors are safe. They're very proactive. They do a lot of education, and they understand the importance of interaction with young people, and they do that. They will have many opportunities to do that in a very positive and proactive way this summer with some of our Safe Summer programs and interactions between law enforcement, fire, and our young people. But I'm humbled and honored to stand with them today, and I'd like to read a proclamation of the City of St. Petersburg that recognizes National Police Week and Peace Officers Memorial Day. It's a proclamation whereas the City of St. Petersburg Police Department has grown to be a modern and scientific law enforcement agency which unceasingly provides a vital public service. And whereas the men and women of the St. Petersburg Police Department play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens and visitors of the City of St. Petersburg. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their police department, and that members of our police department recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, by protecting the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation. And whereas the Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which it falls as National Police Week. Now therefore I, Bill Foster, Mayor of the City of St. Petersburg, do hereby proclaim the week of May 12 through May 18, 2013, as National Police Week, and Wednesday, May 15, 2013, as Peace Officers Memorial Day in the City of St. Petersburg, and call upon all residents and community members to join in the ceremonies commemorating police officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities, and in doing so have established for themselves a reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. Chief Luke Williams, if you will come up and receive this.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Sure.
You want to do that?
Thank you, Mayor.
To Mr. Mayor and Council, I want to thank you on behalf of the men and women of the St. Petersburg Police Department, and this is the Memorial Month. And we do have some ceremonies that we've always taken place in with our other agencies around the community and around the country. And this month is no different. And there are a number of events that we've been participating in and will participate in. But one special event I'd like to share with you all, and Council, I think you all should have gotten an email today about our first annual candlelight visual that we're planning for Demon's Landing. It's going to take place on May 20th at 7:30 in the evening. And it's by the heroes of the St. Petersburg Police Department Memorial. And as you all know, we just recently had the memorial completed. And the 20th will be the first opportunity. We'll have an opportunity to do something for our family, for ourselves out there. And it's we're inviting the public, we're inviting all the council and the entire community to come out and commemorate not only those officers that have gone out and given the ultimate sacrifice for the community, but for the men and women, some of which that you see behind me, those who are on the street as we speak, those who may be at home resting so they can come in and protect the streets as we sleep ourselves tonight. So we're looking at it as an officer's memorial, but we're also looking at it as a living tribute to the thousands of men and women who've actually worn this uniform and this badge to go out and help keep St. Petersburg safe on a continual basis. So we're inviting everyone to come. There will be parking at Al Lang Stadium, and there's also going to be street parking for that day. Everybody is familiar with Demon's Landing. It is such a beautiful location. And we're looking forward to this being the first of many. Hopefully, prayerfully, we won't have to add any other names to the monument. But again, like I said, we'd like to also look at this as a living tribute for the men and women that you see behind me, those that you don't see, and those that are working tirelessly to make sure that we keep St. Petersburg as safe as it can be and as beautiful a city as it is. And it's really a pleasure for me to see all the young people here, and that's part of the reason why we do what we do. And we want to encourage you to continue to do the very best that you can in your endeavors through life and actually become a part of the solution of making sure that St. Petersburg is the very best place that we can grow and recreate. So thank you all very much.
Councilmember Dudley?
Thank you. I would like to start by saying that we live in very interesting times. We live in a world right now that at times feels like it's in flux and it's kind of jumping around, and we're not, you know, we look at our communities and some of the challenges that we go through, and I thank God every day that I live in a community where we have dedicated police officers, and you know, if you have the opportunity, and this is addressed to the general public, you know, we go up and we thank our military for their service, but I would say that the front line are these gentlemen and ladies who are out there every day, get up, put that badge on, and it is a career, not a job. It's a career, and I think when you talk individually to each one of them, they will tell you they really deep down truly care about the citizens. They care about providing a safe environment for us to raise our families, because they have families also. And they go along and do their job every day, and in human nature, I guess we take for granted, but I'm here to say that in the events that in the past couple of years ago, really kind of puts things into perspective. And it's a shame we have to wait until something like that happens. But we thank God every day that you're here for us. And I can speak for, I think, the vast majority of those citizens who say thank you and be safe.
Councilmember Cornell?
Yeah, I really just want to say thank you. I know a good number of you. I don't know all of you, and I'd like to get to know all of you. But I just really appreciate what you do. And I think, I'll speak for my neighborhood. My neighborhood appreciates what you do. And I'll just leave it at that. It takes an amazing person to put on a badge and a gun and go out there every day to protect people. And you certainly don't do it because of the incredibly rich salary that you get. And you do it because you care. And, and it's very few jobs where all you see most of the time, probably 95% of the time, are the people who are doing the wrong things. That's a little bit of stress. And so I think you deserve a lot of honor for that and a lot of appreciation. And so I'll just say thank you, and I'll stop.
Councilmember Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also want to say thank you for everything you do for our city, and that I know our citizens appreciate it. And from the citizens' point of view, if you haven't had the opportunity to go out to the police memorial out on Demon's Landing, it is something that's touching. It gives you a different view depending on the time of the day or the time of the evening, or whether you're looking at it from the land or from the bay. And so if you can't join us out there on May 20th at 7:30, just go out there at some other point in time. It's a very peaceful place, and it's something that you should give yourself the opportunity to experience. And be safe out there. Thank you.
Councilmember Newton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to say thanks for all you guys do out there. I know a bunch of you a long time, even before I got on council. And it reminded of what the chief said at the swearing-in ceremonies when they hire you officers. And he said it's not what you do, it's when you do the right thing even though people are not looking. And that's what means the most. I just challenge you to do more, get out, kind of interact with the people. A lot of the times, young African-American males like myself, when they see the police, they fear the police because there's always an adversarial communication or contact, not a chance. I just wish we can capitalize on a lot of the opportunities that don't present that. Things like this, and you can really be among the people, not to worry about are they coming to lock me up or coming to do something bad about me. I travel back and forth to Tallahassee, and to know that we're locking up 58,000 juveniles in this state is disturbing. And over 20,000 are first-time offenders. So it's 20,000 that have ran afoul with the law. And then a lot of these young people don't get diverted. And a lot of the opportunities that they have to realize their economic opportunity or go to college or do good things are really expunged at a very, very young age. Because Florida, not you guys, but Florida is the only state that relinquishes juvenile records. So it's imperative that we form a barrier that they know that you guys are to protect and serve. That's your job. And coaching it around the head, you got families too. You want to go home to your families at the end of the day. And your loved ones want to see you. But I do appreciate what you do. I know it's tough. I know it's difficult. But there's some things that we can do also to try to make it a little bit better than what it is in the environment that you have to work in and the way that people perceive you, the way you do your job. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Councilmember Newton. I would just like to add that a couple of times in my life I got to do a ride-along and did a ride-along in some of our tougher neighborhoods on a Saturday night, and candidly, that is a life-changing experience because I got to at least watch what officers do for 8 hours and to see people go from stressful scene to stressful scene one after the other where it's not just the criminals that are cranked up. I mean, the victims are equally emotionally wrought up. And of course, the officers are supposed to be calm and rational and always be able to look back in 20/20 hindsight. And it's a tough job you all do, and we don't say thank you enough. And so thank you from all of us.
And thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to offer the regrets of Chief Harmon, who is on vacation, but he is well represented by Chiefs Bevan and Williams. So thank you. I think we have most of our majors here today. And I also wanted to recognize Paul McQuaid. We are putting together and I think it was in today's paper, although I didn't read it, I heard it was in today's paper, but we are putting together a new unit under the leadership of Paul McQuaid, and it will be, the emphasis will be to be more proactive, to educate, to engage, and to really follow trends and predictive policing and all of these things that are kind of, as police work evolves, to be on the front end of a lot of that. So we thank you for that, and thank you to the men and women also here, and thank you for your recognition of all of their hard work. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Cornell has two Sunshine Ambassador Awards to give. Thank you, folks.
Okay, it's my pleasure to have two incredible young people to honor today. The first is Marquise Floyd. So Marquise, if you want to come up and your mom can come up with you. I want to start. You have a fan base out there. I'll start with the last line of this little biography here. Marquise has just been selected as the valedictorian for the 2013 graduating class of the Pinellas County Center of the Arts for Gibbs High School. My alma mater and an amazing school. Marquise Floyd is a graduate of Pinellas County Center for the Arts at Gibbs High School in St. Petersburg. At 18 years of age, he has not been dancing his entire life, but the passion for dance has always been evident. Marquise has been accepted into numerous prestigious dance programs, such as the Boston Ballet Summer Intensive, Alonzo King's Lines Ballet Summer Intensive, Alvin Ailey, and the Next Generation Ballet Summer Intensive at the Patel Conservatory. He has placed in Walker's Rising Stars of 2012 and received runner-up in the Tasco Performing Arts Mayor's Showcase of Achievement competition. Marquise is a principal dancer with the Dundu Dole Urban African Ballet, which is a traveling African and Caribbean-based company that resides in the Tampa Bay area, under the direction of Ms. Jay Henson. He has choreographed for many venues such as the Youth American Grand Prix, Pinellas County Center for the Arts, Junior Projects, and Magnet Fair, the Dundu Dole Urban African Ballet, the USF Day of Dance, Dr. Clark presents Ain't No Mountain High Enough, the Studio at 620 presents The Black Nativity, and Next Generation Ballet Summer Intensive Showcase. He has been trained in ballet, modern, hip-hop, jazz, tap, character, Caribbean, and all the forms and styles of African dance. Besides dancing, he really enjoys acting and singing. Marquise is now currently in the process of obtaining a BFA degree in dance at the Dominican University/Lines Ballet BFA program. After completing the requirements for this BFA, he plans to dance in a professional company of either Alonzo King's Lines Ballet or Complexions Ballet. So without further ado, I will bring up Marquise Floyd.
Hello. I would just like to say thank you for giving me this award of the Sunshine Ambassador Award, and I'm just very thankful for all the accomplishments that I've made. This is my mom, for you would say, and she's been my biggest support system, so I really thank her for everything she's done for me. So I don't have anything else to say, but thank you so much.
Councilmember Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Marquise, first I want to address your mother, and thank you. Raising a child is the best job and the hardest job we all get to do, and you've obviously done it very well. Marquise, keep up your good work, and stay local.
Thank you. Councilmember Newton?
Thank you. Good job, Marquise. I watched you dance at the last mayor showcase. That was phenomenal. Thought that was very good. I know you only get better with time and the more practice that you get. But I just wish you nothing but the best. I mean, gives you a lot of bad raps about what goes on there, but everything in those schools aren't bad. I had a parent call me up the other day, and she was all worried because her kid's getting ready to enter kindergarten, and she was stressing that the school that they're zoned for is an F school, and she didn't want her kid going there because it's an F school. And I told her, I said, you know, the building teaches those kids nothing. I said, even better. I said, if I took the whole staff out of the A school and then put the F school staff in there over the summer and put the A school staff in F school, is it still F school? You know, I said that to say this. It's a lot of good people out there that are willing to take the time to help you realize your full potential if you will let them. You have an excellent support system in your mom, just as I did, and I had a lot of people helping me through school and everything else. But a lot of people don't know is I met this young man down there when I was 15 at Northeast High School, through wrestling and also through driver's ed, and learned about duct tape, learned about, you look at you and say, are you hurt, are you injured? I still ain't figured that one out because I just look up and say, put me in, coach, put me in, coach. But it's all these people that touch your lives along the way that can make the difference on how you turn out. And you're going to be a fine young man, and you got your mom and everybody. I'd like to thank for that. Just, you know, take full advantage of every opportunity. And they blink quick, so you have to be ready.
Thank you.
All right.
Councilmember Dudley.
Thank you. Marquise, we are very proud of you and what you've accomplished, and I thank you, as Councilman Kennedy so aptly put, you can't do it without a little home support. And I just have a question, kind of curious. When did you become interested in art? Is it at a very young age, or is this something you acquired later? Or?
Well, actually, I started off playing sports, and I enjoyed doing that for a little while, but I liked to play instruments. So I've always had a love for music, and I wanted to try something new, so that's when I went to Life Force Cultural Arts Academy at 10 years old, and from there I started dancing. At first I didn't really like it, but I actually started off playing the African drums in the Ingenudola Urban African Ballet. And from there one day I just was like, oh, maybe I'll try the dancing thing. And then from there it just took off.
So this is, what, elementary school age up, or?
It was, like 5th grade going into 6th grade.
And where did you go to elementary school?
I went to Kings Highway Elementary.
Middle school?
I went to a couple of different middle schools, but I ended up at John Hopkins.
Yeah. Well, the reason I ask is because, public school sometimes takes a bad rap, and there are a lot of very, very successful people who come out of public schools, and you get out of it what you put into it. Yeah. Obviously, you've done the work, and now it's your opportunity. You're going to reap the rewards for that. And we thank you. And you think we're kidding you when we tell you about coming back. We need you back in this community.
I will.
Because you are the kind of people, you are the kind of person that is an influence on others. And, we talk about role models, and whether it's unintentional or intentional, people will look up to you because they've seen what you've done. And quite frankly, we need you in our community. And I hope you will come back, and good luck, and I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
Coach is right. Watch this. Girls, how many of y'all know Marquise? Oh, none of y'all? Okay. A minute ago, y'all was oohing and ahhing. See? Influence.
There's a further discussion. We'll just hold it till later.
If I could just take the opportunity to add, my youngest graduated from PCCA about 15 years ago, and it's gone foggy in my head, but PCCA has had candidly a nationwide reputation for a long time. I mean, the year that she graduated, I can't remember if it was Albanelli or Juilliard, but one of the schools, a majority of all the scholarships they gave in the country went to PCCA kids. And so sometimes we forget that we have a great program that has national reputation, and it had it for a very long time in St. Petersburg. And you are the latest of the greatest. And to Mom, thank you for teaching your son that he could be great.
Thank you.
You know what, I would just suggest, since Sunday is Mother's Day, that maybe I noticed Mom wasn't in the photo. Maybe, Linda, we could get a picture of Mom in the photo.
Sheeping and flowers. That's my brother Mama.
Steve, too.
Okay.
That's my brother Mama. He said, put in a picture with the girl. Forget about no picture.
I'll get a good picture without Steve now.
I just wanted to say I'm very proud of him because we live in Clearwater, and he gets up at 4:30 every morning to get on the bus at 5:25 for the last 4 years, and summer programs as well. So it's been hard, but it's been worth it, and I'm very proud of him.
See, if you move to St. Pete when he comes back.
Now, I do want to put in one plug. When you win the Oscar and the Grammys and the Emmys, we want you to mention St. Petersburg. Congratulations, and thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate that. And also, I'll let everybody know, Marquise, two people I want to mention very quickly. Also received the Ola Mae Jones Emerging Artist Award from the studio at 620, and also Jay Henson with Dundu Dole. I know has had a major impact on Marquise as well. And I've known Jay for over 2 decades, and I can tell you when she started, she was at Girls Inc. trying to start a program for African dance, and people were kind of scratching their heads and looking at her kind of like she was crazy, and she stuck with that program. She did not get instant accolades for that program like she does now, and thank goodness that she insisted on it, because it's an amazing program and phenomenal results. And I know I've heard Marquise speak about that before, and I know that she had a major impact. So thank you all again. And it's my pleasure today to get to introduce 2 amazing young people. So the next person I'm going to bring up is Catherine K.C. Shelton.
Thank you.
And I want to tell you a little bit about her. Mom emailed me a couple weeks ago, and there was a program at one point where we did Student Citizen of the Month. And so Mom emailed me about that, and I was like, absolutely. I just want to tell you a little bit about KC. She goes to Lakewood High School, right in the heart of District 5.
That's a cheesy plug.
An amazing school. KC's commitment to community service, scholarship, and the environment make her a great community role model. She is president of the USF Oceanography Camp for Girls Alumni Association and has hundreds of volunteering hours with USF Oceanography Camp programs and a Girl Scout summer equestrian program. She is 10th in her class at Lakewood High School out of 190. She has cleaned Mirror Lake, planted seagrass in Tampa Bay, sorted food at Daystar, helped at church events, and painted benches and planted gardens at school. Her service has been recognized by the Tampa Bay Parenting Magazine and Bank of America Student Leaders. Casey is 17 and a junior at Lakewood High School, where she is in the Marine Science and Environmental Studies Magnet, or AMSET. She has lived in St. Petersburg all her life and always in the Pinellas Point area. Nice neighborhood. I like that neighborhood. She is the third of 4 children. She wants to study oceanography and marine sciences in college. And the great part about that is you don't even have to leave St. Petersburg to do that. She is 10th in her class out of 190 and a member of the National Honor Society. So without further ado, I am proud to present the Sunshine Ambassador Award to K.C. Shelton. if you want to say a few words. Go ahead, and then we'll get one with your parents. We'll get a picture with parents after she speaks.
Okay, well, to keep it short, I just would like to say thank you for giving me this award, and I appreciate all you do for our city. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Kennedy?
Thank you. And if I could ask Ms. Beverly Mitlin to join KC, and if we have any other members of the International Relations Committee to join, because Casey just happens to be here, but she has been selected as one of the 2 student ambassadors to go represent us in our sister city of Takamatsu.
All right.
The other student ambassador that has been selected is Tien Weber, who is in the St. Pete High IB program, and we'll get to introduce that student at a different time, but Casey just happened to have good timing on this. As most people know, our sister city relationship with Takamatsu is a very special one. It's the oldest existing sister city relationship that exists. It goes back to 1961, something that was created by President Eisenhower as a method of making sure that we would have good relationships with the country of Japan and would not experience the type of relationship that we experienced during World War II. You are going to love it over there, and they are going to treat you like royalty. I look forward to hearing your presentation to us when you come back. And Beverly, while we're kind of doing this, do you want to tell us a little bit about the application process and the rigors that it took to be one of the selected 2?
I have to tell you that for the first time, we received 16 applications. I haven't slept since last Friday because this was the toughest thing I have ever experienced. Wow. This young lady came out tops, as Tien did, who you will meet subsequently. However, each one of these 16 students were outstanding. We should be so proud of our school system. We get bad raps in the newspaper, which is not fair, but we have outstanding kids. We never read about them. So I'm going to meet with the mayor down the road. We have a date.
We always have a date.
Okay. And I'm going to come to the city council. I would like to send more than 2 to Takamatsu. They send us 4. If they could send us 4, my goodness, we could send another one at least. But we're proud of her.
And may I add, if you know a high school student who is a resident of the city of St. Petersburg, who is now a sophomore and will be a junior next year, you should talk to them about this incredible opportunity and be alert to apply to be one of our ambassadors to Takamatsu. It is probably a life-changing experience, and one of those experiences that is definitely once in a lifetime. And I'll give another pitch here. We are also looking for people for when we have the exchange students come from Takamatsu to open up their homes and allow those exchange students to live in a variety of homes. So we're always looking for host families, and it's a way of allowing your family to stay at home but still be exposed to an international relationship and seeing what happens and how other cultures work. So if you're interested in being a host, or you're a sophomore in high school this year and going to be a junior next year, this is something you should definitely consider. And Casey, congratulations. Thank you.
Do you want to get a picture with your parents?
Sure.
We'll get a picture with parents.
That's it. Hold it in front of you so you can see it.
kidding? I never miss a photo op. So nice to meet you. If I can ever take over anything I can help with, or any ideas you have for the city, please let me know.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Steve. And Councilmember Wingate Newton has two proclamations here.
Brittany is here. Did Brittany McGee? What's your name? Good afternoon, Council. I have with me today Ms. Brittany McGee. How you doing?
Good.
Who you have with you?
That's my coach.
Come on up, Coach. They don't do this stuff by themselves. It's people that put duct tape on you and ask you, are you hurt or are you injured? There are them people in the picture too. We ain't gonna mention no name. I'm pretty sure that was illegal back then. But
Didn't use enough, apparently.
we have Miss Brittany McGee. She's a sophomore at Admiral Farragut Academy. She was named a home team hotspot by Tampa Bay Times. This year won 4 events. She entered at the Class A Regional 3 for track. She had a long jump of 18 feet and a quarter inch. I think that's pretty far, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Girls rule. She had a high jump of 5 feet 2 inches. She had a 100-meter hurdle at 14.52 seconds and a 300-meter hurdle at 44.89 seconds. Guess that's fast.
That's close
Cool.
to your time.
She maintained her dominance with the times and distance that now only rank among the state's best in Class A, but also the nation's. To participate in the heptathlon in the summer, the competition that consists of a 100-meter hurdle, high jumps, shot puts, 200-meter sprints on the first day, and then long jumps, javelin, and 800 meters on the next day. In June, Brittany will compete in the World Youth Track and Field Trials to qualify for the world team. I want to present Ms. Brittany McGee with a Top of her Game Award. And I'll read to you what it says. It says, Top of Game Award, present to Ms. Brittany McGee, female hot shot. And it says, City of St. Petersburg, congratulations you on your outstanding athletic achievements, and it's signed Wingate and Senior City Council. You can get it back or make it hurt. Thank you. Speech.
I would just like to say thank you, and it's awards like this that keeps athletes like me and other athletes going, so thank you.
Councilmember Kennedy?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To be able to practice all of the skills that it takes to do all those different events, that's very impressive. And to have somebody who can teach you those skills is almost as impressive.
Yeah.
So appreciate you and your coach coming by. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Councilmember Dudley.
Thank you. I will say that I find it ironic that you and Mr. Newton have something in common. He long jumped 18 feet too. Of course, it was 6 times he did 3 feet. And the story about the duct tape, obviously it wasn't nearly enough, and we can correct that. But seriously, I'm tickled to death for you. It's really great honor. I had the opportunity many years ago of taking a team to state championship, and I know what that entails. You know, that's the day you got to be good. You know, I mean, it's hard of getting there, but that day is your day, and it's with the nerves and all that, and for you to accomplish what you've done is remarkable, and I know your coach is, you are coming back next year, aren't you?
Yes.
I know sometimes, you know, they're here for a year and then they go and you go, oh my God. No, that's great. And Coach, congratulations. And I know that, I know you're as thrilled as she is, but it's quite an honor, and we look forward to you coming back here for the next couple of years. We hope to see you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, young lady. We're proud that you live in our community and that you've achieved greatness.
Thank you.
Next we have, and I want to reiterate, it was said already earlier that the importance of bringing a lot of these young people in is, number one, to recognize them for their achievements, be it academically and athletically. But number two is also to let them set the bar so other young people can see this and know that you can be recognized for doing positive things and good things, and that we do have great, outstanding young people in this city. I mean, obviously they don't make the cut. They don't make the Tampa Bay Times or the St. Pete Times and none of that, and it's unfortunate because they do great things, and I think they should be rewarded for just that. I present to you the 2013 varsity flag football team, Lady Pirates of Bogosiega. Don't be alarmed, they're all girls. Girls are kind of ruling the world now. Wow. You guys look different. You didn't get the memo. I wore my coat and navy, and you guys came all dressed up. Okay. I want to bring these young ladies in public and tell them thank you for all they did. As you can see, I have a little one in the mix here. Where'd she go? She's vertically challenged. They call her Wingay. After her brother, not after me, because he played football at Bogey also. But these young ladies, they persevered and they went deep into the regionals, and they came up just a tad bit short of state. And I was out there the night, and a lot of the nights when they were out there playing and doing their best, and that was most important. I always told them to hold their head up and do the best. I know it was not a triumphant moment, but I let them know today is the first day of the rest of their life. They get a lot of do-overs. You get to do better and have bigger and better things. So I want to congratulate you on a great 2013 season. And I know it's going to be better coming up. But I think, Coach, where'd Coach go? Coach right here somewhere. Yeah, Coach, Coach Sam told me he only had, was it 2 seniors? 2 seniors. 2 seniors. So this whole crew is coming back pretty much. I want to bring up Coach Tim, and you have Coach Lauren is here. Yeah. Come over, Coach Lauren, because I'm not going to hold up all these things. I know Zoe, that's about it in Chelsea. The rest of them will mess them up. But I want to present these young ladies with, I'll show you what it is, and she can give them to you. And if we could, Mayor and Council, maybe get a group shot, because there's quite a few of them. The top of the game awards, you guys can see. And it basically says presented to, this one says presented to Zoe Thompson, City of St. Petersburg. Congratulate you on your outstanding athletic achievements. stated May 9, 2013, signed by Councilwoman Newton. This is just some of the accolades that you young ladies will receive. I know it's going to be more in the future. I know this Zoe character, she does everything from what I heard. She wrestles, she played tennis, run track, football. She got 3 jobs, man. But I want to bring the coach up to read the names off, and I could shake the hand that you presented to him, and then I don't know who's here and who's not, but they have them all there. And then we'll do a group picture.
Okay. First one, Zoe Thompson. Actually, maybe right here. C.C. Higgins, who's a senior. We will miss you. Skipping some.
Congratulations.
Shalia Harris. Danielle Williams. Thank you. Brittany Williams. Our other senior. Naomi, I don't believe is here. Larkins. Good job.
Read them so that they're on the record.
Oh, okay. Sharice Rhymes. Leah Thomas.
Hey.
Good job.
Courtney Brown. Chelsea Newton. Brandy Burnett. No, Amani Casanova.
Put up with them.
Delia Gray.
Congratulations.
Kendra Delaney. She's not here. Tatiana Hudson. And she's here. Brianna Culler. Destiny Weaver. Destiny. All right. Madison Winningham. Danielle Dunbar. Chris Torres. I don't think she's here either. And this is the coaches. So these are the, you want to introduce them?
There's 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you guys got to talk about them.
Okay. Well, I'm Lauren Widener, and then this is Tim Hansen.
How you doing?
And then we have another coach who could not be here, too. And that's
Tony
Thompson. Yeah. But these girls did amazing this year. They are a very, very young team. We ended 11-3. Started off rough, lost first 3 out of 5 games, and came back to beat Lakewood. Sorry, whoever was from Lakewood. And we beat them in the district championship game. So we won that and then moved on to go to finals for regionals. So.
Well, the thing I want to say is I love these girls so much. I'm so proud of them. We accomplished a lot of things from day one. A lot of them didn't understand the game until the first game of the season. Then they realized it's very serious. But, you know, when we was down, they came through. You know, they never gave up. But I'm just so proud of them. And the seniors that will be leaving us, I'm going to miss y'all too very much, CC and Brittany. It's so much I can say about y'all too, but I'm not going to do that in front of everybody. But I love you. All my girls, I love you. I love you. And I'm proud of you.
And I also want to say, this group of girls, sports does a lot for high schools, okay? Because there are some girls up here, not going to lie, did not have the best behavior. We're getting referrals. But I put a contract into place, and you guys can abide by it. And you follow it. And there's teachers and principal saying, what did you do? Like, these girls have not gotten in trouble. They're role models now. And that's a huge thing. And I want you guys to keep it up after season. I'm Nacasso. Did you announce the team managers? I don't know. Come up here. Because these are two of them. Zaria Mason, come here. Zaria. She got moved up to varsity from JV, and she will be on varsity next year. And I'm going to let you
Introduce yourself. We all scared. She talk a lot, but I don't know why she's being real shy right now, but go ahead.
My name is Aria Mason, and
Yeah, it's on TV.
oh God,
Just say I love you, Coach Tim.
Hey, hi.
Senior.
I'm a senior. I'm Amber Clark, and I was the head team manager. My name is Janisha Bullard, and I'm a team manager. Thank you.
And we couldn't have done it without neither one of them. Every last one of them. We have more, but they're not here, but, you know, they did a lot for us this year. And again, I love y'all also.
Thank the parents.
Parents, oh, parents, stand up. Where the parents are here? Yes. Thank you very much for your support, and I hope to see you next year.
I'm really proud of these ladies. I mean, and Coach is right. They never gave up, never surrendered, no matter what. And they played really good. It's just that it's going to be bigger and better things for them down the road. I do want to thank the parents, though, because without the parents, it's going to really be hard to do this. I know. And I want to thank my wife, because I know a lot of evenings I'm doing neighborhood meetings and every other thing, and the games are in the evening, so we have to alternate and make sure they have representation there. But I enjoy it, and I want you guys to enjoy it, and hopefully be back here more and more and more, because this is what we do. But thank you for a great season, and thank you for representing your school.
You guys are going to have to get a little closer.
I don't know if they can get them on. Everybody's shooting. Get to the good side, baby. Hey.
Oh, there's so many opportunities there.
Chelsea, can you take?
Thank God Melissa's here to keep us straight here.
The girls rule.
Girls rule.
Yeah. Only because we want you to.
Oh,
All right.
Bye, Chelsea.
Good job, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks. And Coach Dudley wanted to say something.
Oh, yes. You know,
Hang on a second.
I had a couple of questions. One is, who's the quarterback?
Zoe.
Who's the quarterback?
We have two.
You have two?
Zoe and Maddie, come up here. Come on up here.
All right. And you, and how many are seniors? Who's playing in the All-Star game? Okay, the All-Star game, for those who are on TV here, is tomorrow. And it is being held at Northeast, and so was it North against South?
Yes.
Well, bring home the bacon, as they say.
No problem.
Okay?
No problem.
I will be there at the beginning of the game, and I wish you.
Root for the other side.
No. And I want to congratulate you. That's a great year, 11-3, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, just because Mr. Cornell always makes a big deal out of it. But one of those losses, Mr. Cornell, was to the Vikings, but we won't go into that. But the important thing is you won when it counted. And congratulations. Thank you. Very proud of you.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. No, that you made it worse. Councilmember Cornell.
Okay, so first of all, I'm very proud of y'all. And second of all, you can see what's happening here, because, I didn't say one word. I had stepped out to use the restroom. We have a speaker in there, so I can hear it still. And all of a sudden, you all win, and y'all are from Boca Ciega High School. There you go. But you know what I didn't hear in there? And other council members have to turn that conversation into Northeast High School. Somehow it turned into Northeast. So here's all I can say is,
hey, we still love you.
Yeah. All I can say is make sure you're registered to vote.
Okay, you go, girls.
By the time you're ready to vote, I'll be gone.
And we're joking. Coach is a great. Coach is, it's a friendly rivalry. It's not serious at all. But
I have to tell you, though, I do feel bad for poor Chelsea. Lucky that you are here to take care of that situation. Chelsea, listen to your mom.
Please.
Yeah.
There is hope in that family.
There is hope in that family.
Thank you.
Love Chelsea.
Thank you, Councilmember Newton, for bringing them all in, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chelsea.
The comedy hour.
Okay. Mayor Foster.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're the man, Steve.
We're ready.
Members of council, we're
It's all friendly.
making sure that May is recognition of drowning awareness, and it was probably a month ago when we walked Venetian Isles. We started really this education campaign going through Venetian Isles. Venetian Isles had a tragedy when a young boy drowned in a backyard pool, and Florida ranks #1 in childhood drownings at a very young age, at ages between 1 and 4. And so we're doing everything we can as a city through the St. Petersburg Fire and Rescue Department and St. Petersburg Parks and Recreation Department to make sure that we raise awareness for securing backyard pools and teaching kids how to swim. So we're going to recognize May as Drowning Awareness Month, and I have a proclamation of the City of St. Petersburg, whereas the state of Florida ranks #1 in unintentional drowning deaths for children ages 1 through 4. And whereas more than 50% of drowning victims are treated in emergency rooms and require further care. Non-fatal drownings can cause severe and permanent brain damage. And whereas drowning is quick and silent, and adults should closely watch children near backyard pools, public pools, beaches, and bathtubs. And whereas with formal swimming lessons, barriers, and close supervision, these deaths are preventable. And whereas through public awareness and education, the City of St. Petersburg Parks and Recreation Department and the City of St. Petersburg Fire and Rescue Department seeks to eliminate the devastating effects of drowning. Now therefore, I, Bill Foster, Mayor of the City of St. Petersburg, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2013 as Drowning Awareness Month in the City of St. Petersburg, and urge all citizens to join me in actively protecting our children by promoting a Learn to Swim program and parental caregiver awareness in the City of St. Petersburg. You guys should. We're all. To say a few words?
We brought a little bit of information for each of you that kind of goes over what we offer here in the City of St. Pete. Katie and I are also on a committee with Safe Kids International and All Children's Hospital, and we have actively been promoting for months now, like Mayor Foster said, drowning prevention and barriers. In the City of St. Pete, we offer swimming lessons throughout the entire summer months. Recently, I have been working with John Hopkins Middle and Azalea Middle School as well to get swimming lessons to the middle school age group, which you'd be surprised, there's probably about 90% of them that come that cannot swim. And we are continuing to work with Bay Vista Fundamental, Pasadena Fundamental, and Campbell Park Elementary to provide swimming lessons to their elementary schools. These programs have been in effect for several years, so we're glad to continue on with that. Katie Brew and myself have been working on a program called St. Pete Swims. It's kind of a pilot program that we're trying to incorporate and get on board with the Pinellas County School Board to incorporate swimming lessons as a priority in elementary schools. And we're targeting, we were looking at trying to get kindergarten kids, but we're looking at now possibly doing first grade. So that's something on the horizon that we're looking forward to getting more involved in. Coming up in your folder, I did put a flyer in for Water Safety Day that we're holding at Fossil Park Pool, Saturday, May 18th. It is our second annual Water Safety Day event. It's free to the public. We'll be doing swimming lesson evaluations and giving information on safety tips, as well as some other fun things like diving instruction and swim team information. So it will be a really great day. I also have the swimming team information in the packet. Registration's coming up. And also our City of St. Petersburg Learn to Swim program registration dates are in there as well for anybody who needs that information. We provide swimming lessons for 10 weeks throughout the summer, so we're gearing up for that, getting staff hired, and looking forward to having a great, safe summer. Thank you.
Councilmember Dudley?
Thank you. Well, I was fortunate enough to be there on May 1st when we did the walk through Venetian Isles, and I tell you, I was so impressed with not only St. Pete Fire and Rescue, but those citizens that came out and that walked door to door and handed out the flyers. And I tell you what, there's nothing more tragic. And having been a lifeguard and a WSI instructor many years ago, I can't stress enough the obligation that parents have to drown-proof their children. I was looking through here, and I see Learn to Swim, but do you have drown-proofing classes also?
The City of St. Pete works mainly with Red Cross certified instructors, and we don't really call it that. There is an infant resource swim program down at North Shore that does work with the very small infants. It is a program not taught by the City of St. Pete.
Yeah, I was involved in that back many years ago. I didn't know how that worked now, but I would strongly suggest that people, you just never know. You turn your back and they crawl and you're in the water, and drown proofing is as elementary as it sounds. It teaches those kids when they hit the water to roll over and on their backs, and there's things actually that the parents can do at a very early age. I have 2 grandchildren that are 8 months old, and I know that when they've already started working, when you wash their face, you get them used to having their face covered with water, because that's generally what happens when they go in, they like that, and these lungs fill up and they're done. So you have to, start as early as simple things you can do at home. And my hat's off to everyone in the programs that really reach out, and my kids, my grandkids, and all they do it. You live in Florida, you do a disservice if you don't teach kids how to work around the water environment. I remember old Katie. I've known Katie for ever.
That's right, Coach.
No, I was younger. I was old when I had her in Sunday school class. But anyway, and I know it can be done, and I think it just, parents need to not put your head in the sand. You need to step forward and do the right thing.
Unfortunately, that's a lot of the problem, is the parents don't know how to swim themselves.
They always think they're going to watch it.
Well, they're afraid to teach their kids how to swim because they're afraid of the water themselves. So we do lessons from 6 months through adult. We had, several adult lessons last year. And
in college, I had to teach adult swimming. It's the hardest thing I ever did. I'll take 100 kids any day.
Yep.
But anyway, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
And Mr. Duct Tape.
Yeah, really. And don't worry about him, Katie. They named Foster Park after him, so you're not that old. But this is a very important subject. I can't tell you, when the weather warms up and you see all these news flashes and the parents just look away for a second, then they got deaf in the backyard, kids at the bottom of the pool. I mean, it's so sad. It doesn't take much, and it's a lot of resources around that they can have at their disposal to try to ward off these horrific accidents that happen. So, if you would give them the numbers or whatnot, people that's watching, so they can call. Because this is very important. I mean, these young kids don't fear anything. That's why they jump in the water and at the bottom of the pool. So.
And it's attractive to them, so yes. My office number, the Aquatics Supervisor's Office, is 893-7732, and the Recreation Department number is 893-7441.
And also, they shouldn't let, I think, money be an object of these lessons, because I know it's different organizations that contribute to different rec centers before they can provide for swimming for these kids. So it's just a matter of the parents coming out and get involved. And some of them don't even have enough kids for the programs, even though it's free.
Right.
So
Katie just reminded me too of the fire department goes around to homes, private homes, and does a free home inspection. And the number that they call for that is 893-SAFE. They'll come out and inspect your home. We have free door alarms that have been donated to our committee that we're on, and we come out and make sure that your home is safe.
That's good. I was going to ask you that, because I know Fire and Rescue come out and put the smoke detectors up, and that's a partnership with Walmart, but this is even more so. Like I said, once the weather heats up, them kids, they're all over those pools, and parents will look away for a second, and that's all it takes, and then it's too late. So, yeah, but they should call those numbers and utilize those resources, but I thank you, because I know this is very important.
Very. Thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone. Another fine example of what our Parks and Rec Department does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's all right.
Councilman Cornell.
I know you didn't. Thank you all, and I want to just point out a couple things that could help. What you're doing with the school system, I think, is right on target. And we actually talked about that on the Youth Services Committee when we were setting our goals for the year. And Jamerson Elementary might be a school that is interested in being a pilot. It's close to a pool, and we had a young man there that was 7 years old named Benjamin Gaddy that drowned in a backyard pool. So I think there could potentially be some openness to cooperation there. And I also want to just applaud Lakewood Estates Civic Association and Greater Pinellas Point Civic Association for donating dollars to us for swim lessons, and they stand ready to help if there are kids that are not able to participate because of the money. They stand ready to help. They have helped for at least 2 years each, and I think they will continue to do that, and we're very open towards helping make that happen. But I love the idea of getting all the kids in a grade into a pool and getting them all to learn and systematically trying to attack this problem, because too many kids are dying for no reason. We can do something about it, and I appreciate you all very much for bringing that forward and working on that.
I just found out last year that in the middle school it is in the curriculum, but it's not in the curriculum for elementary schools. So it's kind of like we're missing that target age of the elementary students. Right. That's when they need to learn to swim, not in middle school or high school. So we'll take them, but we prefer the elementary age.
Well, and you know what? Don't take no for an answer, because I can tell you for a fact that we tripled the number of kids that took swimming lessons from 17 to 51 over a 3-year period at Child's Park, and it took a lot. I mean, I know it's not easy, but for anybody who says, well, we try, we tell them, and they just don't come, that's not acceptable, because I know that it can be done. And what it boiled down to was once you got through all the roadblocks to it, what it boiled down to was sometimes parents were just afraid, and I had a lot of conversations, well, I don't want my kid to go to the pool because I'm afraid they might drown. Well, come in and see what we have. You want them there with certified lifeguards, and let's discuss that. Even to the point that I would bring in sometimes a swimming suit and take time off from being a supervisor to get a kid to go in that pool And I'll do that as a councilman too. I mean, if I can help, whatever I can help with, however I can help with that, you know, I absolutely will do that because I think it's very important, and I think we can make a big impact on this issue. I think we absolutely can. We do already. Yes. But if there's one kid drowning, it's still, I think there's some more that we can do. And I, like I said, I don't say that to gripe or complain. I say that to say I stand ready to help you any way I can.
I provide that invitation to everyone. Get your swimsuits on, come out and help us.
You don't want to see all council in swimsuits.
Hey, we'll take it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And last, but certainly not least, the last presentation is by way of Susie Ahok.
Good afternoon. Actually, I'd like to introduce you to Tim Bonzalar, the Assistant Executive Director for Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, and Lita Cadiz, who is the CareFest Coordinator, to make the presentation to Mayor Foster this afternoon. Tim?
I'm going to try not to drop this.
Oh, and excuse me, I forgot to mention to introduce our co-chair for the CareFest St. Petersburg event, Pastor Chris Cahall with St. Pete Vineyard Church. Chris will also join Mayor Foster.
Well, thank you, Susie, and it really is an honor for us to be here. And I just do send greetings from Dr. Daniel Bernard, our founder and president, who couldn't be here today, but it's really an honor for us to come, and this is exciting because you know, this is the heart of our mission is to see the faith community and municipalities and public sector and the business sector come together in a collaborative way to really make an impact and a difference in our communities. And St. Pete has gone above and beyond, and really we hold you guys up as a model for other communities, because we go into other communities, and of course we do CareFest throughout the Tampa Bay region, not just St. Pete, obviously, and we're constantly, you know, encouraging the faith community, the business sector, the public sector to collaborate to make a difference in our communities, and you guys do that, and so that's why this is exciting. This is our heart. This is what we want to see happen. And so many of the speakers that have even gone before us this afternoon have spoken to the, you know, the quality of life and the fact that St. Pete is an incredible place to live. And this is a good demonstration of why that is. We work together for stuff. So we really, really appreciate that. I'll be honest with you, I'm encouraging other folks to try to steal this thing from you guys, but you've been holding on to it pretty tight. You know, last year we had, I believe it was close to 80 projects that we performed last year in the city with close to 2,000 volunteers. And so kudos, because we know that that's an intentional effort. It starts from the top through the administration. Susie Ahok and her staff are tireless in this thing, and we so appreciate you, Susie, for your efforts and making this a reality. And of course, Aubrey, we're looking forward to this year as well. So on behalf of Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, we'd like to present to you once again to the city of St. Pete as the winner of the Care Cup, designated as the Tampa Bay City of Caring.
Thank you. And I will say, nobody cares like St. Petersburg cares. And you know, I look at, it's been to Tampa a couple of times, and Brandon and Lutz and Clearwater, but 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, it's been in St. Pete. And this is just the dedication of a lot of hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. Pastor Chris Cahall, Susie's department, ICANN, we have incredible people. And I love going to CareFest, and we're not letting this out of the city of St. Pete. So we're going to continue to strive. This really means a lot because it recognizes the love and the passion of the people of St. Petersburg, the faith-based communities, all the way to high school football teams, to cheerleading squads, to fraternities. Everybody comes together. So when we talk about somebody cares, the people of St. Pete care. And so thank you to your organization. Give Daniel our best, and I will accept this on your behalf. Thank you. Thank you all.
Oh, picture first?
Wait, I want
Unless you want to take it with council.
What do you want to do here?
You want me to take it in front of council? Oh.
You know, let's just take it from the council. There's somebody.
Hello. Now, hold on to that.
Yeah, I'm not leaving St. Pete, but
I meant,
I don't want, I know, I don't want.
Not in pieces.
All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're here, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you.
So the tradition, like, bring it around, because it looks like,
Looks like, yes. Looks like you'll be using it until 3 in the morning. Councilmember Cornell.
Yeah, I just love.
Hold that thought. Chris is going to say.
Oh, sure. Oh, no, that's
Yeah, just real quickly, Tim represents the Tampa Bay area, so he represents all of those communities. So when he says that their mission is a collaborative effort, I respect and appreciate that. I represent St. Petersburg, so when I come up here as a St. Petersburg resident and representative, I say our mission is to win that cup every year, and I make no apologies for that. But I want to say thanks to the city and to the council for all the support that they do give to CareFest every year, and I'll just take this opportunity as a plug for this upcoming year. The date has been set for 2013 for Saturday, September 28th. I know I've seen some of you out there, and I appreciate your appearance and the time that you take, but if you could put that on your calendar now, I'd love to see as many of you out there as you can and as much as you can participate. If you're involved in civic groups or organizations or faith communities or schools or wherever you're involved, if you could help us spread the word, if you can begin to identify projects and make them known to us, if you know of, we always go through the code violations and things like that, but if there are neighborhood groups and associations that can just kind of be bird dog in their neighborhoods to see where people might be in need, handicapped or elderly or whoever's watching today, if you have neighbors that are in need, let us know and we will assess those projects. We will be meeting at Lake Vista Park, which we met there a couple of years ago on 62nd Avenue South. I think that was the weekend, what I refer to it as the weekend Mayor Foster got locked in his car. You can ask him about that, but that's how I fondly remember that weekend. We are excited just to be a part of all of this. We are looking for 10,000 volunteers, 20,000 volunteers. Susie, you okay? Susie? Let me qualify that. I just want to see if people are paying attention. We, for the weekend, for that particular day, look for a couple thousand volunteers. But we want to make it clear, CareFest has never been about one day. It has been about a culture in our city where citizens of all shapes, sizes, faiths, creeds, philosophies, political affiliations, where citizens of all types look around and see where there's a need and meet a need. And so I just think, I'm a dreamer, so I think, what would it look like for 20,000 citizens to see a need, spot a need, identify a need, and meet a need? And so it's never been about one day, although we do put a lot of effort in one day, but it's about generating a culture that's day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, that recognizes and meets needs in our city. And if we could do that, as great as a city as St. Petersburg is, how much greater of a city could this be? And that's why I do what I do. That's why I'm honored and humbled and privileged to serve next to somebody awesome like Susie and with this committee that's surrounding. So, and whatever you can do to lend support and encouragement to that with all the different pockets of community that you represent, please do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Cornell.
Yeah, as you know, oh, go ahead. Did you?
Thank you. I'm Leida Cadiz, and I'm the CareFest coordinator for Somebody Cares Tampa Bay, and I'm just so grateful to all of you and to the leadership of Susie Ahug and Aubrey and the rest of the staff for your contribution. Also wanted to say that on May 30th, we're going to have a training seminar 7 p.m. That's a Thursday, and they can go to our website for additional information, and that's carefestusa.com, or can call office to our SVP at 536-2273. Again, that's 536-2273. Thank you.
Thank you. And, you know, because we care.
Go ahead.
You know, because we care so much in St. Petersburg, I do feel the need to make you aware of something just because I care, and I just want to make sure you don't have this hassle. If, say, for example, right now you took the cup and you wanted to drive it somewhere, maybe, let's say, Tampa, and you took the cup right now and left from City Hall, it would take you at least 6 hours to get to Tampa. And 5.5 of those hours would be spent sitting right on the top of the hump, so that if you drive a stick shift like I do, you'd have to keep your foot on the gas, and it's just a real hassle. Now, the other part is, now rumor is it's a 30-minute drive time. It's not a 30-minute drive time. It's a much longer drive time. But the good news is, because we care about Tampa too, we do. We really care about them. It's about a 20-minute drive time from Tampa over to St. Pete. You could go sit out there on the bridge and fly over it in a plane and look, and you see the traffic's backed up one way and people just flying over the other way. So if Mayor Buckhorn or any of the council members over there want to come over and see the cup, we'd be more than happy to let them do that.
I wonder where he was going. Hey, about the same time they come to a Rays game.
We'll give that invitation.
So, yeah, we just thank you for that. And like I said, I just care so much, I didn't want you to get stuck in that traffic, that horrific traffic leaving St. Petersburg. So it's better to just stay here, leave the cup here. We'll take good care of it, and we do care a lot. And thank you for supporting all the different organizations that you support.
I did want to just take a moment to say thank you to all the volunteers, but also thank you to Mayor and Council for supporting CareFest. As you heard a couple of weeks ago, CareFest is one of our I CAN initiatives. In 2012, the 5,000 hours that the volunteers contributed to CareFest actually added to the 114,000 hours of volunteer service to our community, which equaled about 2.5 million. So it was 2012 is a great year. We're looking forward to an even better year and more people getting involved. And we, again, we want to give you the save the date, September 28th at Lake Vista. And we are looking for projects. I appeal to the council members particularly. We look very closely in each of your districts, so if you know of projects, please do share that with us. I would like to introduce part of the Community Services Department staff who will be working on CareFest. Aubrey Shagar-Haley, Janice Ford,
Yay.
And Therese Hilliard.
Yay.
Looking forwards to a kind of bigger and better event. Last year's event, Trace and I handled the event along with a number of the other departments to bring that together, but now we could spread the responsibilities out. But the other thing about the CareFest Day, it also falls on the 20th anniversary of the National Public Lands Day. So I know a number of our scout troops, as well as many of our environmental groups, may also be interested. We'll have our bike trails, our parks, our city-owned gardens. Those might be great opportunities for volunteers to participate on September 28th, 2013. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I did want to add that I've been fortunate enough to participate in that a few times, and it is an inspiring experience. I don't know what it is about painting with a house with 30 volunteers, but at the end of the day, I'm so fired up, my wife has to calm me down when I get home. So, Councilmember Newton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I can tell you that if it's any testament to the way that St. Pete cares, that trophy will be here a long time. And Pastor, you're exactly right. I personally witnessed what a massive amount of people can do, and actually it was like 8 hours. I mean, we built like 3 Kaboom playgrounds from the ground up. And I watched it come out of the ground, and it was phenomenal. Also, to add to the 80 projects you did, Representative Ruth's son got a grant that's going to be carried over to another year, that they did 3 service day of service on MLK's birthday projects. They did 23 projects, so that's adding to it right here in the city of St. Pete. So all that is great. Whatever we can get, and the people that care and willing to go out in these organizations to do these things, it's all good. But if that's any testament, that couple will be here for a long time, because that's what we do. They do care. So I want to thank you all for all you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we do have one piece of business, the new business item, just to change the meeting time on the 16th from 3 o'clock to 2 o'clock so we can have an attorney-client session.
Move approval. Second.
Roll call.
Cornell?
Yes.
Nurse?
Yes.
Newton?
Yes.
Tanner?
Yes.
Kennedy?
Yes.
Duffy?
Yes.
Yes.
John?
Yes. I would like to announce that we will have an attorney-client session pursuant to Florida Statute 286.011, parentheses 8. It'll be held May 16th at 2 p.m. or as soon thereafter as it may be heard in these council chambers. And it is in conjunction with the lawsuit styled City of St. Petersburg versus Wells Fargo et cetera, et al., formerly Wachovia Bank, case number 810-CV-693-T30-TVL. That's a Middle District federal case. And it's on appeal now, so it's up to the 11th Circuit. So.
Thank you. Let's see, we have some announcements. Councilmember Curran.
I just wanted to announce while we're doing awards and everything, I just noticed that Mark Wynn had to leave early. And he had to leave early because he's going to a big dinner for his daughter this evening, who is graduating from Florida State Med School. And she will be going into the Charlotte Medical Center for the pediatric residency program. And I just think that, and I think Mark has been a great parent. He's got one daughter that's a nurse, another that now is on her way to becoming a doctor, and he's just done a great job, and I think he deserves kudos.
Thank you. Thank you. Councilmember Newton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to remind everybody that on Saturday before Memorial Day, we'll be placing flags on the veterans' graves out at the Lincoln Cemetery. That's located on 58th Street, right next to the trail in Gulfport. That's Saturday. I think it's going to be around noon. It'll be more information coming forward. But it's over 50% of the people buried out there are veterans. So from the World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. So we'll be placing flags on those graves the Saturday before Memorial Day out at the Lincoln Cemetery. And I want to also wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day, and the fathers that are doing the motherly deeds and picking up the slack. Happy Mother's Day. May it be a good day for you, and you enjoy your Mother's Day this Sunday. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Councilmember Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And one of the things you could do is take your mother to a ball game.
That's exactly where I'm going.
That's what, people in my family like to do. But just to remind you, the Rays had a Toronto this evening and San Diego in for the weekend and Boston next weekend. And there was a luncheon today with that was hosted by the St. Petersburg Chamber of Commerce and the Clearwater Chamber of Commerce. Joe Madden, our manager, was supposed to be the speaker, but he got thrown out of the parking lot, I heard. No, it was a very entertaining day, and thank you.
Wow.
No, he got thrown out of the last 2 games, so that was a joke.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay, well, with that, we're done joking.